Whitehall City Council meeting to order for the purpose of considering such matters that may come before it. I'm going to ask everyone to please stand for a moment of silence and remain standing for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Ms. Tristan, please call the roll.
Gregg.
Here.
Coniston.
Here.
Tanner.
Present.
LaPorte.
Present.
Morrison.
Here.
Bailey.
Here.
Rodriguez. And President Graham.
Present.
Mr. President, move to excuse the absent member.
Second. I have a motion by Mr. Bailey and a second by Mr. Canner to excuse the absent member. Ms. Churchman, please call the roll.
Gregg.
Yes.
Coniston.
Yes.
Tanner.
Yes.
LaPorte.
Yes.
Morrison.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
The absent member has been excused. We'll move on to our approval of minutes for December 16, 2014, the agenda and regular meeting.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to accept the December 16th minutes. Second.
I have a motion by Ms. Coniston and a second by Ms. LaPorte to accept the December 16, 2014 minutes. Ms. Churchman, please call the roll.
Gregg.
Yes.
Coniston.
Yes.
Tanner.
Yes.
LaPorte.
Yes.
Morrison.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
All right, the minutes have been approved. This is our first opportunity for poll public. If anyone would like to take this opportunity to address council, now will be your first opportunity. All right, we'll move on to our standing committee reports, and we'll begin with administration and financial management. Chairperson Bailey.
Thank you, Mr. President. Administration and Financial Management did meet last Tuesday. Our minutes are on file, and we will meet again next Tuesday sometime after 6:30.
All right, now we'll move to community engagement. Chairperson Coniston.
Thank you, President Graham. Community engagement met last week. Our minutes are on file, and we will meet again next week at sometime after 6:30.
All right, thank you. Next, we have community standards and enforcement. Chairperson Rodriguez, he's unable to attend the meeting this evening. However, they did meet. Their minutes are on file, and they should also meet again next Tuesday sometime after 6:30. Brings us to economic development. Chairperson LaPorte.
Thank you, Mr. President. Economic Development also met last Tuesday. Our minutes are on file, and we will meet again next Tuesday sometime after 6:30.
All right, infrastructure maintenance and services. Chairperson Gregg.
Thank you, Mr. President. Infrastructure maintenance service met last week. Our minutes are on file, and we'll meet again sometime in the back after 6:30 next Tuesday.
All right, thank you, sir. Public safety. Chairperson Morrison.
Thank you, Mr. President. Public Safety met last Tuesday, and the mayor presented Safety Committee and the rest of council the new proposal for the police contract, and that's all we have for that. We will meet next Tuesday sometime after 6:30.
All right, thank you. Those are all the standing committee reports. We'll move on to our officials reports. I'm sorry. I already put an X on there, so I got ahead of myself. I'm sorry. We do have one more committee, that's Parks and Recreation, a very important part of the city and certainly a very important committee. I call now on Chairperson Cannon.
Thank you, Mr. President. Parks and Recreation also met last week, and our minutes are on file, and meeting that we are going to be very important this year. Yes, we are.
I won't put an X on there. That's it.
No, you do it, man.
All right, so I believe those are all the officials' reports. Standing committee reports. We'll move on now to our officials' reports when we begin with our mayor.
Thank you. Good evening. I have no official report tonight, but I would like to just give a FYI to council that I did send an email later on this afternoon about the contract, and just wanted you to be aware to check your email. Thank you.
Thank you. That brings us now to our city attorney, Mr. Mike Shannon.
Mr. President, members of council, I have no report this evening. I don't anticipate, however, that I will be here next Tuesday. I'm going to a football game next Monday night. So, I think I'll be back.
Okay. Have a good time.
You stay.
I wish you two luck. That brings us to our auditor, Mr. Dan Miller.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no official report tonight. I would like to ask for favorable consideration on resolution number 1.
That brings us to our safety director, Mr. Chuck Underwood.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of council. I have no official report this evening, but I would like to mention that Assistant Chief Chris Menapace's mother-in-law passed away. Visiting hours was Monday up in Coshocton, and then Officer Spencer Salyer's father passed away. His calling hours are Thursday night at Evans Funeral Hall between 6 and 8, as I understand it.
Thanks, Chuck.
That brings us to our director of development, Mr. Zach Woodruff.
Thank you.
Also, the interim safety director, not safety director, service director.
They didn't give me that.
You don't have to.
All right.
You can get that memo, but.
I was at a meeting I was not at. I want to thank you very much, Mr. President. I have no official report, and because Mike hasn't given me an invitation, I do intend on being there next Tuesday.
Okay. We have received no communications, petitions, or claims in the council office, and that brings us to our verification of copies. Let me back up. Make sure that I didn't skip something. Okay. Our verification of copies, Mr. Churchman, please call the roll on whether each member of council was given a copy of each item of legislation listed on the agenda prior to the meeting, and including any add-on legislation.
Gregg?
Yes.
Coniston?
Yes.
Tanner?
Yes.
LaPorte?
Yes.
Morrison?
Yes.
Bailey?
Yes.
All right, we'll move on. Under third reading, we have no legislation this evening for third reading. We also have no legislation for second reading. That brings us to our legislation issues this evening under first reading. And the first one is ordinance 1, 2015, amending section 161.15 of the codified ordinances of the city of Whitehall, Ohio, titled Vacation Leave. That ordinance is being read by title only. Next, we have resolution 1, 2015, resolving to approve then and now certificates and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President, I wish to introduce resolution number 1, 2015, and move the suspension of all rules.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Morrison, second by Mr. Gregg, for introduction and suspension of rules on resolution 1, 2015. Questions or comments? Ms. Churchman, please call the roll.
Gregg?
Yes.
Coniston?
Yes.
Tanner?
Yes.
LaPorte?
Yes.
Morrison?
Yes.
Bailey?
Yes.
The rules have been suspended on resolution 1, 2015.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Morrison, second by Mr. Gregg for adoption of resolution 1, 2015. Ms. Churchman, please call the roll.
Gregg?
Yes.
Coniston?
Yes.
Tanner?
Yes.
LaPorte?
Yes.
Morrison?
Yes.
Bailey?
Yes.
Resolution 1, 2015 has been adopted. We have, those are all of the first reading ordinances we have for this evening. I'm waiting for a motion from Mr. Recorder.
Oh, okay, we don't know that. Okay, Mr., we need to say what they were.
You have it here.
No, we have it all. Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to increase the council secretary's pay by 2.25% for the 2015 and to take effect on January 1 of 2015.
Second?
Second.
All right. I have a motion by Mr. LaPorte and a second by Mr. Gregg for to give a raise to the council secretaries of 2.25% for 2015 to take effect on January 1, 2015. Ms. Churchman, please call the roll.
Gregg,
Yes.
Coniston.
Yes.
Tanner.
Yes.
Lepore.
Yes.
Morrison.
Yes.
Bailey.
Yes.
That motion has been accepted. Passed. Our second opportunity for poll public. If anyone would like to come forward, this is your last opportunity for the evening. That brings us to community day work. Does anyone have anything for community day work this evening?
I do.
All right, we'll move on to poll council. Yeah. And we'll begin with Mr. Gray.
Thank you, Mr. President. Really just, hope everyone had a good new year to bring it in and, have a great 2015 and, keep warm. And the streets were good here today. I was at the hospital today, my mom's in the hospital, and, doctor came in from Gahanna, but at one time was from Whitehall, and he said he had a heck of a time driving, to get to work today and complaining, and I go, well, that's what Whitehall's all about. And he goes, I say that to people every time. And he said, relay that to council tonight.
Very good.
She's hanging in there. Hopefully she'll come home soon. Great.
All right, that brings us to Ms. Thompson.
Thank you, President Graham. Thank you all for coming. Happy New Year, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
All right, Mr. Tanner.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Go Bucks.
Mr. LaPorte.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just wanted to personally give Chief Siski a huge shout out and thank you. I had contacted him last Wednesday after our meeting concerning the trash and the bus stop that was placed right there at Hamilton and Broad that was causing a lot of safety issues in that intersection. And within 24 hours, the bus stop was moved and the trash was picked up and a trash can is in place. So I was just very thankful to see all that happen, and we did have a couple of little fender benders there, I guess, here recently. So it was a fast action and everything was handled. So thank you, Chief Siski. And then I'll see everybody in 2 weeks.
All right, Mr. Morrison.
Thank you, Mr. President. I also would like to thank everyone for coming, and this starts my second year on council, and I appreciate everybody's patience with me, and have really enjoyed it.
Well, we're glad you're sitting up here instead of back there.
Charlie, my first thoughts.
Nobody's gonna get Charlie to do this.
All right, Mr. Bailey.
It's good to see all of you. Thank you, Mr. President. And Larry, you sure don't have any here.
You turned into Snow White.
That's all I have.
All right, well, I want to thank everyone for coming out this evening to our first meeting of the year. Next week is our committee meeting. You're all welcome to be there. However, as you all know, there's no audience or public participation, but you're all welcome to be at the meeting and see how it functions. And we shall also have our meeting here in 2 weeks, our regular council meeting. And at this time, we have no other official business. I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
Move to adjourn.
Second. Motion by Mr. Bailey, second by Mr. Tanner for adjournment. Mr. Churchman, please call the roll.
Gregg,
Yes.
Coniston.
Yes.
Tanner.
Yes.
Lepore.
Yes.
Morrison.
Yes.
Bailey.